Chrysler Power to the Bandai Namco PSN sale. I'm not a fan of Bandai Namco, not because of their games, but because of their publicity. They block trailer usage on YouTube, so they're a real pain to work with. So they're lucky I picked games based on game discounts, not based on the behavior of their evil overlord publishers. Anyway, there's not a huge amount of games in this sale, but there are some really good deals in it, so I've picked out the best ones for you that are really good games with a huge discount on them as well, so you can have a lot of fun playing them and save a lot of money as well. So don't forget to subscribe, and then you'll never miss a good sale again. You're welcome here anytime. Okay, this sale ends on the 5th of July, so that'll be your last day to pick up these deals. Let's look at the games. First up, we have Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory. It was released in 2018, so it's 5 years old, and it's on an 80% discount for the price of £8.99, which is pretty good. This is an RPG where you play as Keizuki Yamazawa, who has been accused of a crime you didn't commit, and so you journey into the digital world, joining a group of hackers to prove your innocence. Digimon is a really popular franchise, and the game's usually pretty expensive, so it being on this sort of price is really good. And by now you should know if you're interested or not, because if you're a Digimon fan and you never played this, you're probably really interested and you should be. But if you're not a Digimon fan, then take a look around because there's always more than one RPG on sale, and you might want to pick up one with better heritage. Next up we have JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Eyes of Heaven. It was released in 2016, so it's 7 years old, and it's on an 86% discount for the price of £6.71, which is really great, as this includes a lot of DLC that wasn't free in the Japan release, so you get a much better version with a lot of extra content included, which is cool. This game is a third-person action brawler with 2v2 fights, with team attacks in big open arenas filled with tons of interactions. It also features an exclusive original story and more than 50 characters from the first 8 chapters of the manga. So if you're a JoJo fan, you'll absolutely love this game. And if you're not a JoJo fan, then at this price you might want to pick it up as a brawler game. But make that decision yourself, because it'll depend how much you'll get out of this game without liking JoJo. We have a roguelike next, Necropolis, a Diabolical Dungeon Delve. It was released in 2016, so it's 7 years old, and it's on an 84% discount for the price of £2.55, which is really cheap. In this third-person roguelike, you get to explore a procedurally generated dungeon, full of evil enemy hordes, traps, treasure, and new locations to discover. This game didn't make a lot of waves when it came out, but the people that reviewed it absolutely loved it, and it's got great reviews, and everybody that plays it loves it. So if you're a fan of roguelike games, especially third-person action ones, you should definitely take a look at this. Especially if you've never heard of it, it's a hidden gem, it really is. And hey, if you've never played a roguelike before, then if you like third-person action games, you might want to take a look at this. It's a really good one at a good price. Just be aware that roguelike means if you die, you die, so you gotta be able to handle the permadeath feature. If not, stay clear of roguelikes and pick up something else instead. Our next game is a JRPG, Ni no Kuni 2, Revenant Kingdom The Prince's Edition. It was released in 2018, so it's 5 years old, and it's on an 85% discount for the price of £10.49, which is really good, as this edition includes the 2 story expansions and the Prince's Equipment package as well. So you're getting the full version of the game, with 2 big expansions included, which is really good. This is a traditional JRPG where you get to play as King Evan as he embarks on an epic quest to found a new kingdom, unite his world, and save his people from a terrible evil. It features a stunning art style by the legendary artist Yoshiyuki Momose and a soundtrack by Joe Hisashi as well. So if you're a fan of anime, you'll love the aesthetics of this game. The graphics and style are amazing. Just like the first game, you won't forget them in a hurry. But this isn't a shallow experience. It's a really awesome JRPG from a top-flight studio that really know what they're doing. And it's not strictly a sequel to the first game either, so if you haven't played it, you can play this one and you won't be missing out on a lot of stuff, so don't worry too much about that. The long and short of it is, if you like JRPGs and you really like the cool aesthetic of this game, then just buy it. You'll have a lot of fun and a really good time in general. I think it's a really cool JRPG, and I think it's a bit underrated. If you like JRPGs, do yourself a favour and take a look at it. It might just be the best game you've played in ages. And hey, if you've never played a JRPG before, then I'm not sure I'd recommend starting here. This is a really good one, but the price is a bit higher than you can get some others for. So I'd say probably take a look around, or wait for another sale, because you can get some real AAA JRPGs for nearly a quarter of the price for this game. So like I said, why not take a look around? And if you don't have the time to look around, then subscribe, and you won't miss them when they go on sale. Up next is my star by One Piece Unlimited World Red Deluxe Edition. It was released in 2017, so it's 6 years old, and it's on a 90% discount for the low price of £3.29, which is really great, as this edition is remastered, with over 50 DLCs included, so you get a massive amount of content included, and a better version of the game as well, which is amazing. In this action-adventure with an original story and characters created by Ichiro Oda, you take part in epic fights against famous bosses from the series, featuring a Battle Coliseum mode, and all Straw Hat members are included. So it looks like a great game for fans of One Piece. And if you're not a fan of One Piece, then there's probably not a lot in this game for you. Unless you're a fan of anime, then you might like it anyway. In any case, this is the sort of game you'll know straight away if it's for you, and if it is, then definitely take a look at it and pick it up. It's a really good game at a decent price with a lot of content included. You can't really ask for much more. Like I said, it's my star buy. It's well worth looking at, so definitely check it out. Our next game is Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. It was released in 2019, so it's 4 years old, and it's on an 80% discount for the price of £6.99, which is a really amazing deal, as this edition has updated full HD graphics, new music tracks, mini-games, bosses, and unreleased costume DLC, plus 2 new playable characters, Patty Floor and Flynn Skifo. So you're getting the best version of the game with a ton of extra content included, which is really good. In this JRPG, you follow the fates of 2 friends on separate paths that intertwine in an epic adventure as a power struggle begins in a civilization dependent on ancient technology. It features beautiful anime graphics and amazing cutscenes. A lot of JRPGs, especially ones from Legendary series, are really quite pricey, but this one's a really good deal, and it's from a big franchise. So if you're a fan of the Tales series and you never played this, or you really like anime games or JRPGs in general, you should definitely check this out. It may be from a huge franchise, so you might end up playing 30 games or something, but hey, you'll have a lot of fun along the way, right? Why not take a look at it? And hey, if you've never played a JRPG before, then this might be a good place to start. You can get other ones cheaper, but this is a really good game from a really good series. So if you're interested, definitely take a look at it. But if not, don't worry, there's plenty more for you to pick from, so subscribe and I'll help you find them in another sale. We have a fighter next. Tekken 7 Definitive Edition. It was released in 2017, so it's 6 years old, and it's on an 84% discount for the price of £15.19, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a really great deal, as this edition includes the bonus character Reliza, and 4 season passes, with a new Tekken Ball mode, 14 characters including Negan from The Walking Dead, 3 extra stages, 4 customization sets, extra costumes, and a frame data display feature as well. So again, a huge amount of content included for the best version of the game, which is awesome. In the latest version of this legendary fighting franchise, you get to discover the epic conclusion of the Mishima clan and unravel the reasons behind each step of their careless fight. It features story-driven cinematic battles, support for multiple game modes, 2-player local co-op, and 8-player online play as well. So if you're a big fan of Tekken and you haven't played it in a while, you can definitely take a look at this one. I played Tekken 7 recently, and I was a bit disappointed that the arcade mode was a bit boring. It seems to be that they don't focus more on the single player these days, and they focus more on tournament play and multiplayer modes, which is great if you love that sort of thing. I'm just a bit old school. Either way, if you like Tekken or modern fighters, you should definitely take a look at this game. It's one of the best ones around. And hey, if you've never played a fighter before, then I wouldn't recommend starting here. It's quite expensive, even though you get a lot for your money, and with some other AAA games or indie games, they're a lot cheaper than this as well, so you're much better off starting with one of them instead. So subscribe, and then you won't miss out when they come on sale next. And the final game I have for you is Twin Mirror. It was released in 2020, so it's 3 years old, and it's on an 80% discount for the price of £4.99, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a really good discount. This is a story-driven adventure game where you play as Sam Higgs, a returning journalist to his hometown of Basswood, in order to say a final farewell to his best friend, but he's soon forced to confront his troubled past as he struggles to find who he can trust while uncovering the town's dark secrets. This game is from a pretty well-known studio. It made the Life is Strange games, which I really enjoyed. The first one was really cool, so if you're a fan of the Life is Strange games, or you're a fan of Telltale games, you should definitely take a look at this, because not a lot of companies make these sorts of games anymore, and this looks like a pretty decent one from a well-respected studio. It may not be as highly reviewed as the Life is Strange games, but hey, it's still from a really good studio, and it's still got good reviews, so if you're interested in these sorts of games, definitely take a look. It looks really interesting to me. And hey, if you haven't played a story-driven adventure game before, then this is a good deal, so you can pick it up if you like the look of it, but you can get some much better deals on the older Telltale games. so if you're looking for a better deal, you might want to check them out instead. And if that's the case, don't forget to subscribe, and then I'll let you know when they're on sale next. And that's all the games I have for the Bandai Namco PSN sale. What did you think of the games I picked? Did I pick good ones or did I pick bad ones? And what about the star buy? Did it deserve it? Or should some other game have got it instead? Leave all your complaints down in the comments and we can talk about it later. Anyway, I hope you guys found some games you're interested in. But more importantly, I hope you saved a lot of money. I'll see you guys in the next sale. Oil Vour.